ayat number 102 of Surah Al-Imran, and I will try my best to explain you these ayat, and I hope these ayat will help us to understand this thing, inshallah. So the first ayat is ayat number 102. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون. The translation of this ayat number: and holds firmly to the rope of Allah all together and do not become divided. And remember the favor of Allah upon you when you were enemies, and He brought your heart together, and you became brothers. And you became brothers by His favor, and you are on the edge of a pit of fire, and He saved you from it. Thus does Allah make His signs clear to you, so that you may be guided. So basically, in this ayat, the main focus of is the rope of Allah, right? This ayat, the rope of Allah, refers to the Quran and Sunnah. Holding on to it means following Islam sincerely. So in this ayat, this thing is mentioned, the rope of Allah. What is the meaning of rope of Allah? The meaning is that the rope of Allah is that you follow the orders of Allah, you follow the instructions of Allah, you follow what Allah is saying you, follow the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, follow the way of the Sahaba, follow the Islamic things, Islamic sunnahs, right? So this is the meaning of rope of Allah. Follow what Allah is saying you to do, right? And this verse warns against division among Muslims and commands unity. And another point of this ayat is that the unity. And the real power of our Muslims are in unity, right? If in this ayat, this thing indicates if you guys were divided into the parts, you will be weak. But if you will be stay like a unity, if you will be in unity, then nobody can destroy you. We are safe, we are strong. So unity, there is a barakah in unity. So that's why whenever we do anything, we should be in unity. We should, as a family, we should create unity. As a friends, we should create unity. So unity is there is a barakah in unity, right? And this ayat is also indicates the point. It reminds how Allah united the hearts of the two tribal two tribes of Medina who were enemies before Islam. So basically, before the Islam, there are two kind of community. There are two kind of people who were the enemies, who are the big enemies. They always do war with each other. But what Allah did, Allah changed their heart, and the enemies become our friends. Right? The divided groups become a one group. They create a unity. They become a unity, right? They become one unit. And this ayat is also indicates it describes how Islam saved people from destruction and guided to the right path, right? So I hope you guys understand the meaning of this ayat. And the next ayat is ayat number 103. That is, يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. The next ayat is, the translation of the next ayat is, O you who believe, Fear Allah as He should be feared, and do not die except as Muslims in submission to Him. Right? What is the meaning of this translation of this ayat? Let me explain you in easy words. This verse commands believers to have true taqwa. Okay, what is taqwa? The true taqwa is the fear of Allah. Whatever you are doing in your life, do according to the Allah's guidance, do according to the Allah's instructions, right? So the fear of Allah, true taqwa, which means obeying Him in everything, right? Taqwa doesn't mean if you want to do something, you do, and whenever you don't want, you change. No. Whatever you're doing in your life as a Muslim, if you are sleeping, if you are eating, if you are drinking, if you are doing business, if you are doing job, if you are playing, whatever you are doing in your life, even using the mobile, whatever you are doing, your all aspects of your life should be according to the guidance of Allah. So this is the taqwa. Your Allah's guidance should be the part of your every part of your life. Okay, in every second of your life, that every second of your life should be according to the Allah's instructions, Allah's guidance. Okay, follow the instructions of prophets. So basically, this ayat warns that a person should always live in such a way that when death comes, they die in a state of Islam, submission to Allah. And this reminds us that life is temporary and we must remain firm in our faith till our last breath. So, guys, that life is very temporary. There is not no guarantee. There is no guarantee we live for 1 year, 2 year, 50 years, 60 years, right? The life is temporary, and so basically, what happened in our mind, this thing exists. Always, old men will die. No, you go hospital. You go to hospitals. The kids are facing diseases, right? The kids are dying, the young people are dying, the old people are dying. So the death is not for just old people. The death is for everyone. There are many kids, right, who died. So go to look at Palestine, right? Look at there are many areas of the world where there is the war going on. So death will not come to ask, are you elder or you younger? So the life is temporary. Always be ready to give the answers in at the day of judgment, right? So, and should be ready to give the answers in the grave. And Allah will ask you in grave, who is your Islam? Allah will ask, what's your Islam? Who is Allah? Who is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Allah will ask you. There are specific questions that Allah will ask you. And it doesn't mean if you guys think when Allah asks, who is your God? And you will say Allah. Who is your Prophet? You will say Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What is your religious religion? You will say Islam. No, guys, in what happened basically, this is the thing in our mind, we will just memorize the answers that will Allah ask in the grave, and we will give answer. No, it's not easy, right? When you will die, you will forget your memory, right? You will just do what you did in your past life. If your past life is according to Islam, then you're able to give the answers. If your life is not according to Islam, then you are unable to give the answers. Okay, so that's why life is very temporary. And so the next ayat is that I'm going to explain you. وَلْتَكُنْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ وَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Okay, so the next ayat, the meaning of next ayat is, and let there be from you a nation inviting to good, enjoying what is right and forbidding what is wrong, and those will be the successful, right? So what is the meaning of this ayat? The meaning of this ayat is, this verse highlights the duty of Muslims to spread goodness, promote truth, and stop evil, right? So basically, as a Muslims, we are the ambassadors of Muslims. So each member of this class, me, I'm the ambassador, right? I'm the ambassador. So the same, if the people are from Africa, so each African people is the ambassador of all Africa, right? If someone from America the one single American people that are meeting with us. So we make a perspective and opinion through the way of this man. Okay. So same, I'm from Pakistan, and you guys don't know about any Pakistani, and you don't know what's going on in Pakistan, what's the culture, and how's the people of Pakistan. But you will make your perspective and opinion on behalf of me, right? Because I'm the representative of Pakistani. So same, if I'm wrong, if I'm bad, if I speak lie, if I ditch, you guys think the Pakistanis are bad people, right? So that's why the same, every Muslim is the ambassador of Islam. So it is our duty, this is the Muslim's duty to always spread goodness, spread good things, spread Islam, spread love, okay? And reduce hate, be positive. So because especially how non-Muslims become a Muslim, what do you think? The non-Muslim become a Muslim to see the behavior, attitude of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The non-Muslim become a Muslim to they impress from the Muslims' behavior, Muslims' etiquette, Muslims' manner, Muslims' behavior, right? They impress from the Muslims' life, how they are spending their life, right? So that's why your life, your behavior, your attitude, your way of talking, your way of living, everything should be amazing. Everything should be positive, right? So never ditch to anyone, because if anyone ditch to someone from us, so everyone will think we are bad, right? Because we are a community. Muslims are community. Muslims are one group. Muslim are unity, right? So that's why we guys are represented to Islam. We should be a nice, right? We should be a nice. And this tongue, this tongue is one of the most dangerous part of our life. This tongue, if we want to hurt to someone, we use this tongue, right? If we want to dish to someone, we use this tongue. If we want to just make a dispute, and if you want to destroy to someone, we use this tongue. So this tongue is very dangerous. Always use this tongue very carefully, very carefully, because if whatever we do in the life, we have to give answers on the day of judgment, right? So think before talk, think before do anything. I hope you guys understand. So, and the second part of this verse is enjoying good and forbidding evil, okay, forbidding evil is a fundamental duty of the Ummah. So basically what happened, there are two kind of people, okay? Let's suppose this is the bottle, right? This is the bottle, and this is the water, this is the part of water, and all bottles are empty. So there's two kind of thinking, right? One kind of thinking, if I ask to someone, what is this? He will, so probably most people say, this is the empty bottle. This is the 80% bottle is empty. This is the half bottle that is empty. But probably someone say, this is the half bottle that are filled from water. So this is the positive thinking. If you guys will say, this bottle is, this is the water bottle that is filled half. This is a positive thinking. But if you guys will say, hey, this is the bottle that is empty 50%, this is a bad thinking. Why? Because we see the things from negative way. We see the things, we think the things, we act the thing or act on the things from negative way. So it's nothing wrong. This is empty or this is filled from water 50%. That this is the thing how you perceive the thing, how you think, how you imagine, how you take the things. The positive man always say, there's the water in this bottle. Wow. And the negative mind people will say, hey, this is the empty. Look. So I'm giving you this the examples to just understand, because purpose to, my purpose is just what I am talking, you guys should be understand instead of you just listen from one ear and exit from second one. No. That's why I'm giving you this kind of funny, examples. So what I mean, whatever you do in your life, always be positive, always be positive. So let me give you another example. Let's suppose if I give you, look, so let's suppose if I say you, what is this? So mostly people say this is a clean paper, and the few people say this is the paper with a circle. So it's mean we are ignoring 80% clean paper, but we are just focused on the small circle, right? We are ignoring the clean and nice 80% paper. So the same thing happened we are in a relationship, when the friends and we are friends, we stay together, right? What we do, we always remember the negligence and the bad habits of someone. and we forget how they are good with you, right? So if someone give you 100 times favor and one time if they will say no, we always keep remember he said no. We will forget 90% favors. So what is the meaning of what I want to say? Always, always, always try to keep remember and keep remind of good things of others instead of bad things. Because always be positive, right? So that's why this ayat indicates enjoying good and forbidding evil, right? Is a fundamental duty of the ummah. Always try to find the good things, the good things, and positive things from others instead of a negative. That's why someone doing bad, forbid them, okay, forgive them. Just keep remember good things of someone, okay? And then next is those who actively work for the betterment of society and guide others will be successful in his life and the hereafter. Okay, so what is the meaning of this ayah? The meaning of this ayah is, don't know, this ayah is that I'm a teacher, right? And there are many people in this class and the people who are listening me on YouTube also. There are many people who are amazing, who are extraordinarily sharp-minded and very successful in their lives. Do you think we are successful? This is the meaning of success, to get money, to get luxury, and that's it. No, the real success is that you be the cause of happiness to others, cause the happiness of others. Okay, you become a, the someone can get a benefits from you. Always provide a benefits and happiness to others. If I know something, I should tell you. If I have a knowledge, I try to spread the authentic knowledge to you. Okay, we always convey a good things and good vibes and good habits to each other. It doesn't mean oh, you just learn something and secure and store. No, try to spread. Try to share good things with others. Try to share our nice habits to others. Okay, always spread. Always share with others, then you will be a successful person. Okay, so the next part that I'm going to recite is وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ تَفَرَّقُوا واختلفوا من بعد ما جاءهم البينات وأولئك لهم عذاب عظيم. Okay, the translation of this ayat is, and do not be like those who become divided and differed after the clear proofs had come to them. And for them is a great punishment. Right? So, what is the meaning of this translation of this ayat is? This is warning to not follow the path of previous nation like Jews and Christians, right? Who received clear guidance but still divided into sects, right? And this unity leads to a destructions and punishment from Allah. So, when you recite Surah Fatiha, Ihdina Siratul Mustaqim, what is the meaning of it is? Why, as a Muslim, we offer 5 times prayer. And I'm 100% sure that everyone recites Surah Fatiha on daily life, not one time, probably a couple of times during, let's suppose, if we guys 5 times prayer, I think so we pray 20 to 25 times Surah Fatiha daily if we offer 5 times prayer. So we make a specific dua. Surah Fatiha is the amazing dua, guys. And in Surah Fatiha, daily we ask to Allah, Ihdina Siratul Mustaqim. The meaning of this is, Allah, help me to follow the right path and the right people. Okay? They try to, so I'm just telling you the meaning of that ayah, okay? Not the actual translation. So we make dua from Allah, help us to follow the right track, the right people, right? So that's why Allah saying in this ayat is, this is warning to not follow the path of previous nation like Jews and Christians, okay, who received clear guidance but still divided into sects, okay? So we have a mind, we have a knowledge, we are able to understand what's good and what's correct, okay? So let's suppose if we guys have a opinions, have a proof, okay, have a facts, right? What is good and what is bad. And if still we follow the bad thing, it means we are a fool. We are, you know, mental, right? We are madness. So we are mad. So that's why we know the Muslims are right and the other religious are not correct, right? So we always follow the correct path. We always follow the Muslims. We always follow the Islam because we know we have a proof, we have a facts, we have a data, we have a stories, we have a Quran, we have a Hadith, we have a knowledge, we have a data, we have a literature. We know that Islam is the true religious religion, right? And the Muslims are on the right path. So we should follow the Muslims instead of the others community and others non-Muslims, right? So the next ayah that I am gonna recite is يوم تبيض وجوه وتسود وجوه فأما الذين اسودت وجوههم أكفرتم بعد إيمانكم فذوقوا العذاب بما كنتم تكفرون. And the next ayat, let me also explain you the next ayat. وأما الذين ابيضت وجوههم ففي رحمة الله هم فيها خالدون. So what is the translation of these two ayat? On the day, faces will be bright. On the day, some faces will be bright and some faces will be dark. Okay? On the day of judgment. Do you guys understand? As for those whose faces will be dark, it will be said, did you disbelieve after your belief? Then taste the punishment for what you used to reject. But as for these whose faces will be bright, they will be in the mercy of Allah. They will remain therein forever. So, what is the meaning of this? Bright faces, believers who followed Islam sincerely, and dark faces, those who left Islam or rejected its teachings. This verse describes the judgment on the day of Qiyamah, where people will see the consequences of their actions. So, guys, I hope you guys understand. On the day of judgment, the few people will be very happy. They smile, they're enjoying, they relax, their faces are bright, glow. But a few people will have a dark faces. They're sad, okay? They cry. You know why? As I said before, whatever we are doing in our life, we are answerable of our every second. Allah will ask on the day of judgment, you earn money where you spend. You have a 40, let's suppose you have a 50 years age where you spend. You have a knowledge where you spend. Allah will ask you everything, and you have to be answerable. And guys, I want to tell you a very important thing. And there are many kids and many audience, young audience listening me. If we buy a phone, let's suppose, okay, if we buy a dress, if we buy a shoes, we are answerable. We are answerable. Do you think? And if we, let's suppose if I buy this clothes, okay, if I wear on Friday, I'm not answerable because Allah gives relaxation. If you wear this dress on Friday, if you wear a shoes on Friday, then you are not answerable. If wear on Friday, right? Not just wear on Friday, but first time when you wear, if it's on Friday, so due to the blessing of Friday, you are not answerable for that specific thing. Okay. So let me tell you again, we are answerable to give what we are earning and where we are spending. Do you know why is that? Probably the many people thinking right now, why? This is our money. It's our wish. Whatever where we are spending, why we are answerable? Okay, let me explain you. Do you know if I have 100 pounds, 100 pounds are not mine. It comes from Allah. Okay. Of course, we really work hard and we did job. But Allah saying from 100 pounds, give something to your poor brother, give something to your poor sister, give something to your poor family, give something to your poor friends, give something to your poor people, right? So whenever you have anything, try to share first in your relatives. If your relatives are okay, they don't need any money, they don't need any dress, they don't need any favor, then you ask your friends. If your friends are okay, quite good, quite rich, then you find to general public people. Okay. Always, if you buy three dresses, give one dress to someone. Okay. Let's suppose in your neighbors, the people don't have food. The people are very intense, right? They don't have a food, they don't have a money, they are sick, they are in very bad situation. But we guys are enjoying our luxury. How bad is this, right? We should see what's going on in our neighbors and we try to help if they are in bad situation, they are in problems, okay? Can you guys think about this? Think about this. There are two houses, there are two neighbors. One neighbor don't have food for night. One neighbor don't have anything to wear, right? They are poor, they are in tension, they are sick, they need favors. But the one neighbor enjoying their lives, luxury cars, luxury life, enjoying parties, overspending on the dresses, overspending on the shoes or eating. Do you think as a Muslim, is it not concerning? Is it not concerning? Of course, this is concerning. It is our responsibility to take care of our neighbors as a Muslim, right? It is our responsibility to take care of our family, take care of our brother, mom, dad, sister, siblings, right? Your friends, especially your friends. And if you don't have any deserving people in your friends, in your relatives, in your family, then you go outside and find and then give. And that's why Allah loves to do charity. Allah loves to do zakat, sadaqah, right? Charity helps to others. And Allah saying, if you give charity to someone, I will give 70 times more. 70 times mean unlimited times more. And these things I'm not speaking life. Seriously, believe me. So whenever I do charity every month, alhamdulillah. So whenever I do charity, Allah gives me double double. Please trust me and you try this thing. You start charity from today and you will see the results. If you give £5, you will get £10, you will get £15, £20 in back. Because this is the trading from Allah. What is the trading from Allah? What is the business? If you want to do business from Allah, do charity, do favors, okay, helps to others, and give money to poor people, Allah will give you return. If you are giving something to a poor people and if you are helping uh, to a poor people and deserving people, this is the investment that you are doing, and Allah will reinvest in you. Allah will give you double profit, and you will never face any loss. Trust me. Okay, I hope you guys understand this explanation. So the next ayah that I'm gonna explain is just 1 second. Okay. تلك آيات الله نتلوها عليك بالحق وما الله يريد ظلما للعالمين. So what is the translation of this ayah? These are the verses of Allah. Tilka ayatullahi. These are the verses of Allah who recites them to you in truth, and Allah doesn't want injustice for the words. Okay. So the tafsir of this ayat is Allah is just, He only punishes those who choose to reject the truth. And the Quran contains true guidance, and no one will be wrong on the day of judgment. So I hope you guys understand. Allah will punish only to those who choose to reject the truth. So how be a fool if someone reject the truth? If someone thinks this is the night, but he will say, no, it's a day, it's a day, it's a day. This is just a stupid thing, right? So what happens sometimes? Sometimes we see the truth, but we don't want to accept. This is the nature of humans. Always accept good things, okay? Good, Fatma. Your reactions are nice. So always accept good things, okay? Always, whatever it's in your favor or not in your favor. This is the truth. You have to accept the truth, and you can't speak lie just for your favor, just for your advantage. No, if you are facing loss, whatever you are facing, good or bad, if something is true, you have to accept. If something true, you have to say true. If something wrong, wrong, right? And the second thing is the Quran contains true guidance. So I don't understand how the people say are still confused about Islam. Everything is mentioned in Quran. Even the scientists, even the non-Muslims take help from from the Quran. And I hope you guys hear there are many stories, and there are many scientists and many scholars, and there are many intellectual people who just study about Quran to find the mistakes. They just try and they just read Quran to find the mistakes, find the error, to show the people the Quran is wrong, knows billah, astaghfirullah. But at the end, eventually, when they study to whole Quran, they become a Muslim. This is the beauty of Quran. And I hear the many stories. There are many people, there are many scientists who thought, let's prove the Quran wrong. But when they study it, they find Quran is an amazing book, it's a holy book, it's too intellectual book. And they become a Muslim, they're impressed. Seriously, trust me. So the meaning of this thing, Quran contains full guidance. If you are confused, take guidance from Quran. Everything is mentioned in Quran. Learn from Quran. Take guidance from Quran. Whatever you Quran discuss your entire life, your every aspect of your life. Quran discuss your uh, about your health, about your diseases, about your marriage life, about your young life, about your childhood life, about it's true about how about Muslims, about non-Muslim, about Christians, and Quran about discuss about your money, about your inheritance, about your marriage. Everything is mentioned in Quran. Just read. Okay. Okay. So the next ayat is وَلِلَّهِ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَإِلَى اللَّهِ تُرْجَعُ الْأُمُورُ. To Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth, and to Allah all matters will be returned. So everything belongs to Allah and will return to Him. Everything belongs to Allah and will return to Him, and every action will be accounted for, and everyone will be judged fairly. So, did you notice every ayat is related to each one, right? So in this ayat, Allah mentioned the same thing again. Everything belongs to Allah and will return to Him. So if we are coming from Allah, right? Allah created us, and we are spending our life. Okay, we are doing the different matters of our life, and when we will die, we return to Allah and we give answers what we did in life, right? So everything will return to Him. Okay. So, and the next ayat, that is ayat number 110, that is, كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله ولو آمن أهل الكتاب لكان خيرا لهم منهم المؤمنون وأكثرهم الفاسقون. You are the best nation produced for mankind. You enjoying what is right and forbid what is wrong, and believe in Allah. If the people of the scripture had believed, it would have been better for them. Among them are believers, but most of them are definitely disobedient. So, what is the translation? The meaning of this translation? Muslims are the best nation, right? So this translation, this ayat, what it indicates, Muslims are the best nations because they promote good and stop evil, right? The people of the book, Jews and Christians, were given the truth, but most of them went astray. Astray means away, keep away, stay away from the right things, okay? A Muslim's duty is to spread rightness in society. So guys, I hope I tell you detail thing, and I hope you guys understand, okay? And at the end, At the end, I wanna tell you the story. Okay, story about fear of Allah and about taqwa. Okay, how we are nice and how we can strong our belief. So this story is milk selling girl. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, this story, there are two stories basically. The first story is that. So the story is the story of Taqwa, the butcher, like a meat selling person, and the fear of Allah. So once in a small town, there was a butcher who was known for his honesty and kindness. One day, a beautiful woman came to buy meat from him. The butcher felt attracted to her, and when she accidentally dropped a coin, he picked it up and touched her hand. Immediately, his heart trembled with the fear of Allah. He realized that he had done something wrong and that Allah was watching him. Allah is watching us in every second, everywhere, every time, all time. His hands began to shake and he quickly withdrew them, asking for forgiveness. So that night he had a dream where he saw himself standing before Allah on the day of judgment, and the angels were weighing his good and bad deeds. Suddenly, a black mark appeared on his record, the sin of touching the woman's hands with the wrong intention. But the another angel came and placed something heavier on the scale. It was his taqwa and fear of Allah that had stopped him from committing a bigger sin. Because of this, Allah, forgiving him, granted him Jannah. What is the lesson? What we learn from this lesson? Taqwa means stopping yourself from sin even in private. Allah sees everything and our smallest actions matter. Sincere repentance can erase sins and lead to Allah's mercy. So this story teaches us that taqwa is the key of success in the life and hereafter. So basically, whatever I told you, what is the conclusion? Okay, what is the summary? Let me tell you quickly. Taqwa, right? The fear of Allah is essential. Do you guys understand? Every Muslim must live with the awareness that they will return to Allah. Okay, number one thing you always keep remember, taqwa is essential, and every Muslim must live with the awareness that they will return to Allah. It's been always keep remember we will die one day. Unity is the command of Allah. The second thing that we learn from today's lecture, unity is the command of Allah. Divisions weaken the ummah, and true strength lies in the following the Quran and Sunnah together. Number three things, Muslim must actively promote good and stop evil. This responsibility makes the Ummah is the best nations, right? The number three thing is that we should spread the good things and avoid bad things, right? And this unity and the rejecting faith lead to destruction. The downfall of past nations was due to their refusal to follow guidance, right? To follow divine guidance. On the number fifth thing is that on the day of judgment, faces will be bright and dark. So this depends on the one's faith and actions in the world. If our action will be good in the world and on the day of judgment, our face will be bright. If the actions are bad in this life, our faces will be dark. And guys, this dark doesn't mean we our color will be white and our color will be black. This doesn't mean this means you will be happy, you will enjoy. There's a beautiful, shining on your face and smile, and you will be satisfied. The satisfaction on your face. This means that actually. Allah is just and controls everything. It should be our belief. Every soul will receive its due rewards or punishments, right? And being the best nations comes with responsibility. If Muslims fail to enjoin good and forbidden evil, they will be lose their own act. So these powerful lessons from Surah Al-Imran that I just described to you guided us to live a righteous life and uphold the values taqwa, unity, and responsibility. So guys, I hope you guys understand what I want to explain you. And I'm so happy you guys are so nice audience. You listen me very nicely. And at that and I just wanna make dua. If I try my best to explain you all the things in easy words with examples. If I said something wrong, if I did something wrong, may Allah forgive. If I use anything wrong, the wrong word, Allah forgive me. And Allah accept our this time, accept our this sitting, and accept our this explanation and listening of Quran, and give us best rewards. And may Allah bless us and bless our family immensely and solve our all problems. Amin, amin, amin. And thank you so much for listening. Ustad Sahid.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ما شاء الله sir.
Walaikum
جزاكم
assalam wa
الله
rahmatullah.
خيرا by our stars. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to increase your knowledge. We beg Allah
Amin.
subhanahu wa ta'ala to sustain you and your family. Al-Baraka Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. جزاكم الله خيرا.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Amin. Jazakallah khair.
Allah ya Ustaz. Thank you so much. أنيات الوظيفة. الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. أستغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. إن محمد الفاتح لما أقول والخاتم لما سبق أن أصلك بلاك والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق المقدار العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أقول ما سبق أن أصلك بلاك والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق المقدار العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أقول والخاتم لما سبق أن أصلك بلاك ولا المستقيم وعلى آله حق المقدار العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق هادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل مما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق هادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم. اللهم محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق وهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه المقدار العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه المقدار العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم والمقدار العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم اللهم صل على الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه اللهم صل على سيدنا فاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه العظيم اللهم محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم العظيم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه العظيم اللهم صل لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغلق وعلى خاتم لمن سبق الناصر لك قبلك والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر المقدار العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله الله لا إله إلا 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 الله الله لا إله إلا 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 الله سيدنا محمد رسول الله عليه السلام الله اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المطابقة لآية بمركز الفهم والمعاني ونور الأكوان المتكونة لآدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك لا يستوي بمسجد الأرباح ما لأدل كل متعرض من البهور والأواني ونور كلامه الذي ولا تبه كونك لآية بأمكنة المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأك التي درج الله منها ورسل أكويك عين المعرف الأقوام من صراطك تميل أزكم اللهم صل وسلم على الأك الأك بالأك كنز الأعظم عليك يا نور الدرسام صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها إياه اللهم صل وسلم على عين إرامة ربانية والياقوتة المطابقة لآية في مركز الفم والمعاني ونور الأكوان المتكونة لآدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك لا يستوي بمثل الأرباح ما لأدري كل المتعرض من البهور والأواني ونور كلامه الذي ملأت به كونك لآية بأمكنة المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأك التي ترجل منها ورسل أكويك أنا المعرف الأقوام من صراطك تنبيل أتقومي اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الأك بالأك كنز الأعظم إبارتك منك إليك هيادة النور عند الزمي صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها إياه اللهم صل وسلم وعلى عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المطابقة لآية النور كالفم والمعاني ونور الأكوان المتكونة لآدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك لا يستوي بمثل الأرباح ما لأدل كل المتعرض من البهور والأواني ونور كلامه الذي ملأت به كونك لآية بأمكنة المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأك التي تجلى منها ورسل أكويك أنا المعرف الأقوام من صراطك تنبيل أتقومي اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الأك بالأك كنز الأعظم إبارتك منك إليك هيادة النور عند الزمي صلى الله عليه وسلم بها إياه اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المطابقة للفم والمعاني ونور الأكوان المتكونة لآدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك لا يستوي بمثل الأرباح ما لأدري كل المتعدي من البخل والأوان ونور كلامه الذي ملأت به كونك لآية بأمكنة المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأك التي تجلى منها ورسل أكويك أنا المعرف الأقوام من صراطك تنبيل أتقوم اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الأك بالأك كنز الأعظم إبارتك منك إليك يا النور عند الزمي صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها إياه اللهم صل وسلم على رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المطابقة لآية في مركز الفم والمعاني ونور الأكوان المتكونة لآدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك لا يستوي بمثل الأرباح ما لأدل كل المدارين من البهور والأواني ونور كلامه الذي ملأت به كون بأمكنة المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأك التي تجلى منها ورسل أكويك أين المعرف الأقوام من صراطك تنبيل أتقومي اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الأك بالأك كنز الأعظم إبارتك منك إليك هيادة النور عند الزمي صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها إياه اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المطابقة لآية في مركز الفم والمعاني ونور الأكوان المتكونة لآدمي صاحب الأك رباني البارك لا يستوي بمثل الأرباح ما لأدل كل المتعدي من البهور والأواني ونور كلامه الذي ملأت به كونك لآية بأمكنة المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الأك التي تجلى منها ورسل أخويك أين المرء الأقوى من صراطك من أقوى اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الحق بالحق كنز الأعظم إبارة يا قونا تلا من يساب لك رباني البارك لا استثمر الأربعة مال لكل المتعرض من البخور واليواني ونورك الله الذي ملا تبي كونك لا يتبع كنس المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الله التي درج الله منها ورسل أخويك عين المعرف الأقوام من سرادك من أزقام اللهم صل وسلم على دلات الله بالله كنز الأعظم إبارتك من قيلك حيادة نور عند الإسلام صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها إياه اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المتحققة لآية بمركز الفم والمعاني ونور الأكوان المتكونة لآدمي سبب الله رباني البارك لا سبب مسلم الأربعة ما لا يدل كل المتعرض من البول والأوان ونورك الله الذي ملا تبهي كونك لا يتبع المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين التي جل منها ورسل أقويك عين المعرف الأقوام من سرادك من أدقم اللهم صل وسلم على دلات الله بالله كنز الآدم إبارتك من قيلك حيادة النور من الإسلام صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة وتعرف الأنبياء اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المطابقة لآية بمركز الفم والمعاني ونور الأكوان المتكونة لآدمي صيب لك رباني البارك لا سبب مسؤول الأرباح ما ليأتي كل المتعرض من الظهور والأوان ونورك الله الذي ملا به كونك لا يتبع المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الحق التي تجلى منها عروش الأقويك أين المعرف الأقوى من سرورك من الأقم اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الحق بالحق كنز الأعظم إفادتك منك إليك حيادة نور صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المتحققة لآية من الفم والمعاني ونور الأكوان إذا كانت لنا من سيف الأك رباني البارك لا سيف مسل الأربعة ما لا لكل المتعرض من البخور واليوان ونورك الله الذي ملا به كونك لا يتمكن المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين التي تجلى منها ورسل أخويك على المعرف الأقوى من زرادك من أدقان اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الحق بالحق كنز الأعظم إبارتك من قيلك حيادة نور من الزمن صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المتحققة لآية بمركز الفم والمعاني ونور الأكوان المتكونة لآدمي صيب لك رباني البارك لا سبب مسؤول الأرباح ما ليأتي كل المتعرض من البخور والأوان ونورك اللمين الذي ملا به كونك لا يتبع المكان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الحق التي تجلى منها ورسل أخويك أين المعرف الأقوى من سرادك من أزقم اللهم صل وسلم على طلعة الحق بالحق كنز الأعظم إبارتك من قيلك حيادة نور عند الإسلام صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها إياه اللهم صل وسلم على عين رحمة ربانية والياقوتة المتحققة لآية بمركز الفم والمعاني ونور الأكوان المتكونة لآدمي صيب الله رباني البارك لا يستوي بمثل الأرباء إما ليأتي كل المتعدد من الأوان ونورك الله الذي ملا به كونك لا يتبع كنة الإنسان اللهم صل وسلم على عين الحق التي تجلى منها ورسل أخويك عين المعرف الأقوى من سرادك من الأقوام اللهم صل وسلم على ثلاث الحق بالله كنز الأعظم إبارتك من قيلك حيادة نور المدرسم صلى الله عليه وعلى آله صلاة تعرفنا بها إياه إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما وصلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم أنت الأول فليس قبلك شيء وأنت الآخر فليس بعدك شيء وأنت الظاهر فليس فوقك شيء وأنت الباطن فليس دونك شيء وقل لنا يا أول يا آخر يا ظاهر يا باطن ولي يا نصير أنت ولينا ومولانا فيا من مولى يا من نصير اللهم إنا نسألك اللهم إنا نسألك العفو والعافية والمعافاة دائمة في الدنيا والدين والآخرة. اللهم إنا نسألك رضاك ورضا نبيك اللهم اجعل ما نحب فيما تحب. اللهم اجعل في اختيارك اختيارنا ولا تجعل إليك اضطرارنا يا ربنا يا خالق يا والي والبيننا وبين كل ظالم أجز لكل من نازل وجازي أنا الجزاء يا ربنا أنت ترى ما كنت جرى فاكسب بقوار من النجاسة يا ربنا أجلنا من الفرج ونجنا من دعاءات وعرج وابدي علينا من أمك اليوم سوادك من ألف يمنا. اللهم ارفع عنا الجود والجوع واكشف عنا من البلاء واليكشف غيرك. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن كنا أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا انصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا. ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وإلى من أمرنا رشدا. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. اللهم اغفر لحينا وميتنا وكبرنا وصغيرنا وذكرنا وأنثانا وحورنا وعبدنا وحاضرنا وغائبنا وطاهنا واسنا. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح المغلق والخاتم لما سبق والناصر الحق بالحق وعلى آله إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين. فاتحة وصلاة الفاتح. So don't distract me. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. 50-50. Yeah, Lateef 129. Yeah, Jami 114. Yeah, 124. Yeah, Kafi 111. صلاة الفاتحة قال فند محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلاة الفاتحة كف مولا شيخ محمد سجادة. صلاة الفاتحة قارية لروح مولا شيخ الإسلام هذا المقدم محمد الأول رضي الله تعالى. صلاة الفاتحة قارية لروح مولانا الدكتور سيد علي سيزر رضي الله تعالى. صلاة الفاتحة وإشفاء البركة ترامجات رضي الله عنهم أجمعين. نعم صلاة الفاتحة هدية لسيدة حمدلله محمد بلو رضي الله تعالى عنها. نعم صلاة الفاتحة حو بينكم اللهم ارحمهما كما ربيانا صغيرا. آمين. نعطينا صلاة الفاتحة والزفت لا تكبك فإلى الأمام ما شاء الله. صلاة فاتحة وصلاة الفاتحة. اللهم آمين. اللهم آمين. اللهم آمين. اسمع. بسم الله الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم. صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وقدره ومقداره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد والخاتم لما سبق وناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وقدره ومقداره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق وناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وقدره ومقداره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق وناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وقدره ومقداره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق وناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وقدره ومقداره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق وناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وقدره ومقداره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق وناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وقدره ومقداره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق وناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وقدره ومقداره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق وناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وقدره ومقداره العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق وناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وقدره ومقداره العظيم. سبحان عزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. لا إله إلا الله 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 سلام على المسلمين للأسرار بالغي ومركزي عليه إلهي ثوامض لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله سيدنا محمد رسول الله عليه السلام الله آمين